Welcome back to another trading journal entry. Today is September 18th, 2025. It is New York session as always. This is going to be trade 34 out of 100 and we have 66 remaining. Today's result was 2 wins and a total P&L of $1,515. I think this is our highest P&L yet. Today's RR was a very high risk reward ratio. We risk a total of 5.7 or 5.75 RR. So let's jump right into it. I gotta wake up very early today. I gotta wake up. Well, I usually wake up around 6:30 p.m. I usually sleep at 9 a.m. But I'm gonna go to sleep right after this. I've been up for 24 hours now, just to reset my sleep schedule, and I need to wake up around like 2:30 to 3 p.m. today just to be at the DMV, just to do all my documents for the car transfer into my name. So let's get this over with. Let's do it quick. I'm going to be doing my best to get in detail with this specific session today because this is a very important session. This is one of the many, one of those, important sessions that we need to, or I need to, just keep myself basically in check with, like, just keep it as a notice at this point. So let's get into it. No more wasting time. Today's bias was bearish bias for market open, though high time frame bullish SMT was present and stronger in hindsight. So let me get into that after I read you guys all of this. So my setup was pre-market, during pre-market and prep bias. I don't know why ChatGPT didn't add that. I'm very detailed in my trading journal entries, but whatever. So during prep bias and pre-market, a 5-minute bearish SMT, a bearish inverse fair value gap, and a bearish fair value gap after key level tap was spotted by me, of course. And then on market open, downside liquidity sweeps gave entry validation. If anything, I really knew we were going for reversals today. I knew we were going for liquidity sweeps, especially after FOMC rate cuts from yesterday. I just knew it. I knew it. It's not the fact that I was guessing. I knew it was going to happen. I just don't really trust myself in a sense to really believe that part yet. Like, am I right or not? But today proved me right, and either way, like, I've made certain anticipatory predictions like that previously before, and I've always been correct. So if anything today, I should have trusted myself, and if anything today has really showed me where I'm at with my skill level, and I'm definitely clicking right now. Like, I got goosebumps. I put that shit on everything. I got goosebumps right now because I'm just realizing the level I'm at, and it's scaring me because it's not like I'm falling behind, but I'm not realizing my potential and I'm not utilizing it. So I'm going to pick up the slack and I'm going to get back at it the same way I was in August. We'll get into that at the end of this video. I just got to make this quick. So anyway, market open, downside liquidity sweeps gave entry validation. I should have opened on that, or I should have entered on that bearish fair value gap during pre-market. If I had entered on that bearish fair value gap, I would have got the same result as of what happened, what I'm going to explain after. Anyway, first entry, 1-minute bearish fair value gap upon retrace. Second entry, 1-minute bearish fair value gap and a bearish order block on retrace. My entry trade 1 was a P&L of $695, 2.84 RR, quick win off 3 bearish 1-minute candles. Trade 2 was 820 P&L, or $820 P&L, and a risk reward ratio of 2.91, validated off a 1-minute bearish order block and a fair value gap retrace. And then what I did well today, spotted confluences, SMT, order block, fair value gap, all that, and waited until market open for confirmation instead of just, I should have taken that trade during pre-market, but that's just the FOMO in me talking. I'm not going to sit here and not acknowledge that. It's obvious, but anywho, I wanted to respect, either way, I respected my strategy, I respected my setup, and I respected myself. So I'm not going to get greedy, because in the end, if I tell myself it's okay to do certain things like that and take trades during pre-market just to match a P&L of what could have been for today, it'll subconsciously make me think that I can do that in the future and end up leading to major losses, major flaws that I will need to reassess, reanalyze within myself, and see if there's anything that is worthwhile of keeping or just taking apart, you know? Anyway, what I did well, spotted confluence, executed quickly with a strong RR. Really, I did. Controlled risk despite volatile FOMC session from yesterday. I'm going to put that in there after this because that's not very clear. What I will improve, and there's a lot more to this section, but I guess ChatGPT just doesn't care to add it. But anyway, recognize high time frame dominance, massive bullish SMT across from 1 minute. I mean, it was visually noticeable. Sometimes the SMTs that I spot or the other confluences that I spot and mark out are either noticeable or visually noticeable from the 5 minute time frame only, or from the 1 minute to 5 minute time frame. But that's pretty much it. But today's other times you can see it on higher time frame. But today I should have recognized the high time frame dominance, which I did spot out. I did mark it out. I just didn't note it. Like, is this more important than the amount of bullish SMTs and what I'm trying to get due to the, anticipation of liquidity sweeps or the downside liquidity grab and more or market open reversal and whatnot, which meant this essentially, doom, just a V. So anyway, massive bullish SMT across from 1 minute time frame all the way to 4 hour time frame should have shifted bias. That should have been my counter trend right there, or I should have at least just totally flipped my bias. That should have been enough, but today's a learning lesson for that. Avoid tunnel vision on early entries. Waiting for 7 a.m. zone could have unlocked a double S plus tier setup. Yes, no, I'm not lying. Today was, usually I have S tier setups. I've had A plus setups, A tier setups, A or B tier setups, B plus, etc. But today, I don't even know if there's a tier beyond S plus, so I'm just saying it as double S plus tier. But that today was that. Not my trade, but what happened afterwards. I'll show you guys. But transition. What I need to do is transition from good trades to best trades. Today was a good trade, essentially. Of course, I won. I mean, I hit the highest P&L I ever had during my trading assessment so far, even from August. So, why not take it as a win, Kay? Why not? You won so much, you made $1,500. Well, if I was on a combine and let's say this was my first week, 1,500 of 3,000 profit target, I promise you, I basically broke the minimum, which was the 50% rule of not making 50% of the profit target. So if my profit target for a Top Step combine on a 50K account is 3,000, they want me to make $3,000 consistently and keep that, not just make it in a day, not just make it in 2 days or one trade. I have to make that consistently through trades. So if my profit target is 3,000 and I make half of that within one trade like this, whether or not I've been consistent this past month or last week or whenever I started, I basically just closed or flattened my account. Isn't that crazy? Yeah. So although it is a win in terms of profit on an XFA account, this would be a very good trading day. This would make me happy if I promise you, if I was on an XFA, this would make me go. But for a combine, for where we're at when we're still learning and we're just advanced beginner, not even intermediate. I mean, if intermediate's on the above of the screen right here, we're at the top of my head. Okay. I need to get past that level, the intermediate level. So anyway, so I just need to transition from good trades like today to best trades, which was what could have been from today, which is what I'm feeling now is FOMO. But I'm smart enough to not just go in the chart right now and just dump on my entire account and full port it and go all-time high, FOMC, rate cuts. No. So higher RR, better alignment with fundamentals and news. So anyway, notes: correct trades, but not the optimal ones. Missed a high time frame bullish play that could have netted at least 3.3 thousand in profit with an RR of 3.73. Isn't that crazy? I risked 5.75. My risk reward ratio today was 5.75 when I could have only risked 3.73, right? When I could have only risked 3.73 just for $3,330. But in turn, I only got $1,500 off of 2 trades. And when I show you the trades I took, you'll be like, oh, that's a scalp. And it is a scalp. It literally looks like a scalp, but it literally isn't. I just took the trades off of retraces and contexts that made sense to my setups, that gave me my validation on entries. Anyway. So, missed a high time frame bullish play for the SMT that I spotted during pre-market. That play could have netted at least $3,330 with a risk reward ratio of 3.73. That's lower. That's 2 points lower. Jeez, man. That is my career, my best setup yet. I had it all set up. Think about it. I spotted the bullish SMT that was visually noticeable, that could be spotted from the 1 minute time frame all the way to the 4 hour time frame. Okay? That is literally telling you what is about to happen. If I had at least known or had the experience with what would happen in a scenario like that, oh man. I mean, I didn't even thought of it. I was like, well, this is pretty crazy. Like, this is noticeable on the 1 minute, 3 minute, 5 minute, even the 1 hour, 4 hour. What does this mean? Well, what if it's actually bullish? You know, what if I'm right? It's actually a reversal. I didn't expect it to go where it was going. I didn't think it was going to break through the roof, break through the ceiling into the attic and create a whole damn skyscraper. I thought I was just going to, move down, sweep some lows, move up, and sweep the previous highs that London session made, which is where we were at during pre-market and prep bias. But no, fuck that. We went boom. We just went for the moon, my guy. Anyway, so yeah, execution time's creeping earlier. I've noticed that I've gone from trading, entering trades and executing my trades from 7 a.m. to 8 a.m., in that time zone, to now being able to enter them very quickly, like being able to spot them, spot confluences and setups, and being able to put these setups easily to get my entries so quick. I mean, I could be one of those traders on TikTok that just take like 30, 40 trades a day. I literally could do that, and I could make thousands of dollars in a day. But I promise you, that does not make me better. That would burn me out mentally and just psychologically. Like I would get burnt out so quick. The next day I wouldn't even want to trade. But it's more fun and more meaningful to me when I take at least 1 to 2 or maybe 1 to 3 trades a day. Even if I scale up contracts and whatnot, I would never take more than 4 trades, honestly. 4 would have to be a double S plus tier setup like this. You might as well scale contracts, dude. Oh my God, I didn't even think of that. What if I scaled contracts today on that setup, on that bullish setup? Oh my God, I have to see that after this. Anyway, but yeah, that's what I've been noticing. Execution times are creeping way earlier, from 6:30 a.m. to 7 a.m. now versus 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. before. Shows improvement, but refinement is needed to avoid rushing. Because, if we had just waited, if we had just taken things into note and not just disregard them like, it's probably whatever, we already got our bias and flip that, then I would have gotten literally my best career setup so far during assessment and during my trading journey so far in general. Like obviously I'm gonna probably have better setups in the future, whether I'm in assessment or a combine or an XFA, it doesn't matter. But this so far is the craziest setup yet. Like, dude, this is a double S plus tier setup that I was able to spot, and I said, no. Bearish bias. Yes. Oh, count to 20? No, no. Oh, I tell myself that pre-market, doing pre-market, I tell myself that market open, oh, we gonna have easy downside liquidity grab and then reversal back to the upside and sweep highs and create all-time high because of FOMC rate cuts from yesterday. Yeah, I said all that in my head and I said, nah, bearish bias is better. Yeah. I don't even know if I'm mad or like anything. Like I'm just upset that I missed that and totally I'm disappointed in myself, honestly. I'll be honest. So anyway, take trades that are not only profitable but also psychologically rewarding and consistent with high time frame context. Let's get into it right now. There's a lot of markings, so it's gonna be very laggy. So good luck. I'll try to just look at it. Just look at it. So first things I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna move this down to where I would have entered. I'm gonna take off my glasses. It's getting hard to see actually. So this technically you see the bullish order block. Okay, I'm not gonna say I would enter right here, dude. That's a great idea. I would enter right here. No, there's literally a really good retrace on the 1 minute time frame into a bullish fair value gap right here. This massive one that I'm literally circling. That would have been my entry. Swear on God, that would have been my entry. It literally aligns with my setup and strategy. So let's say KK was able to make the great decision to enter there. And technically, I would really go here. Okay, I'm not going to say, oh yeah, I know it go all the way up here. There's literally nothing up there. I don't even have key levels set up. So if anything, I would expect it to sweep these highs at least. Okay, I'm not going to sit here and say I would trail. There's no reason to say that right now because, again, I wasn't able to take that. Wow, dude. Are you serious? Oh, my God. I mean, I would be risking a shit ton, though. If this is on a 50K XFA, wow, man. I'm guessing 10 would be like 27? 20, wow, 24. But this trade would almost be invalid because you can't make 50% of, well, from what I know, I guess, you can't make 50% of your account balance on an XFA. So if anything, if I had 3 XFAs, 7 times 3, so like 24,000. So basically I could make the same amount on 3 XFAs if I scaled 3 contracts on this trade alone. Insanity, bro. This setup is really good. This is a double S tier setup. This is a very good trade. And I missed it because I wanted to go bearish. Because if I had entered on this 5-minute fair value gap and all that, and got into the retrace, right? And I wanted it to sweep liquidity, let's say. Oh, shoot. It's on. There we go. See, it's the same amount. And I'm not even setting it here like a dickhead. Wait. I'm setting it on the retrace. See? That's with 3 units. 5. Same amount, bro. Anyway, let's get into today's setup. So yeah, so you see prep bias. I marked out this bearish SMT, and then I marked out this 5-minute bearish inverse fair value gap, 5-minute fair value gap, and then scaling down to the 3-minute. You can see it's now all invalidated, but I really need to start marking this type of stuff, you know. But yeah. So you can see scaling down to the 1-minute time frame. I marked out some liquidity lines. Yeah, you see expecting reversals for today, 5:50 a.m. That was around here basically. Wow, dude. I'm so stupid. Anyway, so as you can see on the 1-minute time frame, I marked out some bearish SMTs again, trying to basically tell myself and convince myself, oh yeah, dude, it's fine. I mean, even though I have an equilibrium here, that price is heading to discount. Anyway, sorry, I'm just really upset, like disappointed mostly. Like, damn, bro. Anyway, so you can see I marked out, I believe this is a 5-minute bullish inverse fair value gap, or a 3-minute. I believe so. Oh, where am I? Yes, this is a 5-minute bullish inverse fair value gap that we basically consolidated around for a bit until we basically just wicked down, wick up, and then create a bearish order block. If anything, I should have entered right here upon like the retrace right here. I'll mark it out so it's not like, I should have entered right there in that circle into that bearish order block zone, and then set my TP to either this liquidity line or the bottom of this 1 hour bullish fair value gap zone, or 1 hour bullish imbalance zone. Sorry, this is not just one fair value gap. This is a high imbalance zone from the 1 hour. But anywho, yeah, you can see literally my trade. Literally the easiest scalp in the world. And it made me $695. So today was very volatile, if you can't tell. I mean, just what? One small trade on the 1 minute time frame off what? 1, 2, 3 candles like this. And it's 2.84 risk reward ratio. Risking 5%, trying to gain 14%, and I get that much. I can't imagine just this move alone, or I can't imagine just entering from here and watching it go all the way down to there and setting my SL all the way up here. But anyway, yeah, so I basically entered off of this this 1 minute bearish fair value gap. Got my entry there. Executed it, set my TP here. I could have set it here and it would have still went for it, but I actually don't even think that touched that line. Like, oops. I actually don't think it didn't, see? Yeah, that would have been a loss. I actually would have lost that. This doesn't count, does it? How do I? Let me see. I'll have to like extend this. Yeah, that's a loss. Yeah, see? So I made the better decision of selecting my liquidity line and sticking with it and not risking it all the way to this high imbalance zone that we were in. There's a lot of things that I'm realizing even now that I'm starting to have issues with. I try to note that not only is there a bullish order block here, but we're also in a high imbalance zone from a 1 hour time frame. Look at this, dude. Do you see this bullish SMT? You don't believe me. You don't believe me that it's noticeable, huh? Where is it? Okay, well, everything's cluttered, but it should be, yeah, see, on the 1 hour time frame is better, but it is noticeable on the 4 hour before all this shit happened. It's just not like specifically 2 candles, you know, like this wick to that wick and whatnot. But anywho, there's a lot of things that are stacking in this area, and you know, from the bullish order block that is literally so deep. This is from a 5 minute time frame bullish order block that price wicked past, but then rejected. We totally rejected the idea of being bearish. And you know, FOMC rate cuts, this 5 minute bullish order block, being in a high bullish imbalance zone from the 1 hour time frame, a massive bullish SMT divergence from the 1 minute time frame that's visually noticeable from the 1 minute time frame all the way to the 4 hour time frame. And then you got this on the 1 minute time frame. Inverse, bullish, fair value gap, fair value gap, fair value gap, bullish order block, another bullish order block on the 1 minute time frame again. And guess what? We have 12 seconds left, and I promise you right here, watch. We're going to wick into that, into here, sweep these highs. Oh no, suddenly we create more all-time highs. So, and it's the fact that we're in a discount too. A lot of people like to buy during discount. This is a very clean retrace. Like, just look, bro, move this. Just look at this retrace, bro. You know what? Look at this retrace. It's still there. You can see it. Look at this clean ass retrace. Oh shit, I can't do that. Just look at this clean ass retrace. Like, bro. Like, this alone is insanity. This as well is insanity. Because although it goes do, and all that, it continues downward. And it literally goes up and down. So, as you can see, a lot of things lined up. Like, just look at this, bro. I even got 5-minute confluence setups, confirmations, continuation confirmations, all that, even on the 3-minute time frame. And I decided to go off these 3 candles and these candles. This move, or just technically here, this is where I would have taken my trade seriously. Honestly, I would have entered here. I would have entered off this bullish fair value gap. And although it's not like something crazy like, oh, well, that's not the last setup, man. Like I said, I'm not based off of TGR's free strategy anymore. I'm literally trying to like systematize my own, like make it my own now, you know, in my own way. I'm not trying to just make it specifically TGR's. And plus, you got to adapt, man. So, with what I've learned, I mean, this would have been a very, oh my God, dude. If anything, this too, okay? If we want to talk about, well, you disrespected your strategy if you took that trade right there. Okay, I'll enter here. Then what? I'm literally entering off a bullish order block and a bullish inverse fair value gap retracement. So what then? I have my reasons. And if you don't understand, kick a wall. Okay? So anyway, as you can see, big mistake today. Just totally kissing ass instead of beating ass. So that's on me. Is that going to close? It's going to take a while, isn't it? So yeah, I'm going to put on my glasses again. Jeez, dude, why is it so bright? Set this back up. I think I already read everything, so. But yeah, as you guys can see, I mean, dude, absolutely insanity, man. I'm not going to sit here and lie. I just can't lie to myself, bro. I hate lying to myself. Because, like, if I lie to myself, especially on camera, that's why this is good for accountability. If I sit here and say, oh, this is not a major flaw or it's not a big deal, you know, just something to just recognize and just be careful of, I'm going to go to sleep right now and wake up and be like, damn, I'm a dumbass. So the truth is, you know, I've been ranking my flaws from this month. And this is definitely at the top. We've had a low, a medium, and now a high. we're even lucky we won today. Like, what if I had set my TP at the bottom of that 1 hour bullish imbalance zone? What if I got greedy? What if I got extra greedy on that first trade? What if I chose to take one trade today and just got really greedy with that, you know, just wanted that extra tick? Yeah. So today is a major flaw. It's definitely up there. In terms of low, medium, high, this is a high ranking flaw. I mean, all of those confluences stacked up. Literally, the market price action basically went like this. Here you go, KK. Here you go. Would you like to have this delicious tenderloin steak, medium rare, seasoned to perfection, herbs of juices within it, or some gummies? Take your choice, take your pill. My dumbass said, I want a hot dog. It's not even on the menu. Anyway, yeah, I'm greatly disappointed in myself. If I basically had trusted what I know. It's not a fact of me guessing anymore. Because again, dude, it's literally hitting me now. And it's literally making me so upset. Cause damn, bro. I'm just in a constant state of literally just constantly doubting myself. I have doubters in real life. I have everyone around me to doubt me. Why am I joining in on the party? Man, I'm at a constant state of self-doubt, just not believing in me. I know so much about the market so far. I don't know about terminology when it comes to, Jerome Powell was speaking on the podium. Yeah, today, guys, we have 3.6.8 percentage of FOMC rate cut into S&P and NASDAQ. Bro, I don't speak alien. You see numbers. I just see patterns. I analyze the chart. I don't look at numbers and go, yeah, we are raising inflation. Oh, no, we cutting inflation. Oh, yeah, put it up. Put it up. No, I just analyze the charts, make the best judgment and decision possible that will benefit me. That's what a financial market analyst does. In short terms, a day trader. Okay? Anyway, sorry. I'm getting a little riled up because it's just damn, bro. I'm doubting myself. I'm not listening to myself. I'm not even paying attention to the charts when it's giving me signals that is trying to help me. The market has literally been helping me since August. And now I'm over here going, I know better. Maybe I'm getting to the point where I'm too disciplined. To the point where I'm getting if buy is correct, buy is correct. I need to understand that if the market is saying, look, there's a literal massive amount of high time frame bullish. I mean, we are trying to go up to the moon and nut everywhere, create Saturn rings all around it. We're trying to create a galaxy. And I go, nah, but Earth sounds better. Venus. Yeah. What's cooler, Saturn or fucking Mercury? Anyway, I'm greatly disappointed with myself with today's analysis. Although it is a win, I am not a scalp trader, bro. I don't know why I keep making these easy ass scalp trades. It's it's in me. I think it's just a part of my fear as well of just wanting to get it over with so I don't have to lose any money. I need to be more confident. I know so much shit right now. This month is mostly psychological. I'm just in my head too much. I'm scared because Like, although I'm winning, it just seems like a lot of major psychological flaws are starting to just pop up, you know? And I'm not even like, I'm throwing myself lobs here. I'm throwing myself lobs, alley-oops. Even the market is giving me free balls and free throws even, and I'm just going, nah, but that hoop is longer and farther, and I want to go that way because journey means everything. Bro, it's not rocket science. FOMC rate cuts, the first rate cuts at least, 5-minute bullish order block, low time frame stretching into high time frame bullish SMT, retracement into a bullish fair value gap. And even that, I couldn't even have spot that because I already did 2 trades and decided to close my laptop at work and go home. Sorry. Look, point is, I need to lock in. I keep saying this, but I've literally just been brushing it off because I'm saying it's, you know, the first loss was a low grade, you know, flaw, and then second loss was a medium grade flaw. But now it's at the point where it's this. You see how it can go from something so minuscule where it's like, okay, simple mistake, or to, okay, well, you know, we make mistakes and we can learn from this. It's nothing major. To instantly, what the fuck? This was preventable. Today was preventable. If anything, this is on me. So, yeah, although it is a win, man, dude, it doesn't feel like a win because I know now psychologically, literally I know physically too. Like I saw with my fucking eyes. What are you talking about? I saw with my eyes. Like I could have taken a way better fucking trade. I obviously wouldn't have gone to all-time high. I wouldn't have fucking put my TP all the way up there. There's no key levels. There's no liquidity grab markings, nothing. There's no markings above pre-market all-time high or previous high. There's no markings above those wicks. If anything, I would have put my TP above, you know, during prep bias or pre-market, you know, previous high, recent highs, London highs, whatever. It still would have been a crazy trade. And if I was going to go bearish today, I should have just committed during pre-market, took that entry, executed it during that retracement to that 5-minute bullish fair value gap, or even during the break of structure. But I didn't commit to it. My eyes are starting to hurt, but I didn't commit to it, and I wanted to wait till what? Market open? Just to take a fucking scalp trade? Get my TP filled on 3 candles? Everybody clap it up, bro. Get this motherfucker out, bro. Get him out. I'm greatly upset. I'm actually heated, bro. I promise you I'm heated. Like, I'm sweating. Like, it's 60 degrees outside, okay? I'm in Portland, Oregon, and it's hot in here. That's a problem. And I'm wearing a t-shirt, okay? Anyway, man. Yeah, this needs to stop. I've been slacking on backtesting lately very much. I haven't watched a single ICT mentorship video from his 2022. I haven't done backtesting. I mean, the last backtesting video was the last time I backtested. That ass. Other than that, I've just been messing on chart champs for fun. Like, I'll get bored during the weekends and I just want to trade because I miss trading, and I'll just take a trade and win some money and be like, oh, okay, well, that's it. But I haven't really backtested any certain confluences, new setups and whatnot. And I'm going to say this now so I can't go back on it. So is it this one? Yes. So here we go. This says mock combine rules. So this means what I'm trying to say is next week is going to be the last week of this month. Okay. that essentially means we have to make sure that we do good. We have to make sure, dude, we're having a shitty month right now. If anything, I can tell you right now, I don't feel good about going to a combine. Like, obviously I'll pass a combine in terms of the way I trade, my setups and whatnot, but I don't want to trade and make scalp trades and just not feel good about it mentally, emotionally, or just overall psychologically, man. Like I hate taking trades like these where, although it's a high profit revenue or value, whatever, I mean, $1,500, I would die for that right now. Who fucking wouldn't? That would fix a lot of my problems. It would, if anything, help my debt out. But it's like, I want to feel good about it, you know? I don't want to like win fucking $10,000 and killed like 3 kids. I know it's not the same shit, but I'm just saying that as an analogy. Like, I wouldn't feel good about that. I wouldn't do that. And I took this trade today, and although it was correct, although it's literally a perfect setup in terms of like bias and confluences aligning, it just doesn't feel good internally. Like, I don't like it because I saw what I saw. Like, I literally showed you guys what I could have been taking if I was just overall better. But that's on me, and I have to take that now. I literally have to take that in the bum, whether I like to or not. So I've made this decision before today, but since next week is going to be the last week of September, and I am planning to attempt, or at least have not only myself analyze, but also ChatGPT analyze last month and this month's trading journal entries and whatnot and progression, just basically to see whether I am capable of taking or ready to take the combine challenge or not. But I'm telling you right now, I'm nowhere close to it. Like, I'm not ready. I just don't feel comfortable. I don't feel confident. I feel confident that I will be able to, you know, I mean, I know for a fact I can pass that combine like that. But I have so many psychological flaws right now that are starting to rise up like fucking tapeworm. And that's a problem. It's starting to hold me back in a lot of ways. It's starting to make me overthink in a lot of ways, hesitate, and just make me a bad trader because I'm not trusting myself. I trust my setup. I trust my strategy, obviously. I trust the confluences, obviously. But I just don't trust myself, and that's a problem. I'm doubting myself. I can't let that happen. I need to change that somehow. So, I know since August till now, including the rest of this week, I've been treating it as like, you know, just trade however you want, make however you want, risk however much you want, trade how many ever trades you want to take during said sessions, how many contract scaling. I've just been all over the place. I've basically just been trading to not only prove that the strategy works, the setup works, but also to see if I can handle it psychologically, emotionally, how I handle it mentally, you know, where my mindset's at. I'm just basically, this is an assessment. Do you not understand the term assessment? It's a fucking test, okay? I'm just overall testing everything. It's not just a assessment to see whether I can pass the combine, but it's an assessment to see if everything works in total. The strategy and me working in harmony is what matters the most. I can't just have the strategy working and I'm over here going, yeah, but I might be retarded. Like, no, bro, I can't do that. If I'm doubting myself, but my strategy's carrying me, I'm the luggage. That's the problem. We need to be both the people that are carrying said luggage together. This is really bad, but you get the point, you know, like, anywho. So getting to the point here, next week, okay, what time is it? I don't want to like waste any more time. Damn, it's already 9. Next week, okay, the last week of this month, next week I am going to make it specifically a mock-up combine. Basically just the whole week. I mean, technically you have until said whenever, you know, to pass a combine. I mean, however long you take is up to you. Just be happy to pay those fucking $50 subscription fees for that 50K combine. But point is, I'm well aware that I can pass a combine test within a week if I just literally lock the fuck in. If I obviously take it slow and steady and very extremely careful and cautious, I could pass it within 2 to 3 weeks. But with the rate I'm at, if I'm certain I could pass a combine test within a week right now. Right now. I could pass it within a week right now. So, with that being said, with all these flaws coming up, finally showing up, I guess, like I've expected, I honestly just more expected flaws within the strategy or the setups, more in terms of like comparison of psychological flaws. Surprisingly, though, I guess there's a lot of things that I need to work on internally instead of externally. I guess I've just, I understand my strategy very well, and TGR did a very fucking good job, obviously. But it's not just TGR. I can't just give him the full credits. I mean, I've been working my fucking ass off, watching ICT mentorships, back testing whenever I don't even need to or want to. Overall, my psychology is actually decent. It's not, I mean, this is bad, but it's not, I'm not saying like I'm the worst. I'm literally at least humbly, I'm at least top 5% right now where I'm at. I'm not saying I'm the top 5% trader in the world. No, like in terms of where I'm at in my skill set, I'm top 5% at least in at least psychology, I mean, look at my win rate. Look at how many losses I have, how many wins I have, my P&Ls, my ratios, my contract scalings, just all that. Look at all my sessions, look at all my trading journal entries, and come and tell me that I'm ass. Okay? I'm humble enough to know when I need to work on things, but I'm also confident enough and cocky enough to say I'm not fucking shit. Okay? I am the shit. Point is, though, next week is going to be the most important week of this month so far. It's going to basically bring out all our flaws, and I'm going to do my best to not only maintain it, but basically remove it. I need to backtest a lot this weekend. I need to catch up on ICT mentorship. And again, we're not rushing this, just basically playing catch up now because just been slacking a little bit and getting a little bit too complacent with where I'm at in terms of experience and skill set. So now it's time to catch up, and that's what setbacks do. Sometimes you get too comfortable. Sometimes you just like where you're at and you just want to rest because you feel like you're working hard enough, and life comes back at you and shows you you're not working hard enough. There's more in you. So overall, even though it's a win day, again, I don't feel internally good about it. I am going to show you this though. If I can do this actually. So as you can see, the combine rules for next week, I will be resetting the account. So next week we will be resetting the account from 50K or from whatever we're at right now to 50K, and then I can only lose a maximum of 20 or 2,000 for that account. If the account drops below 48K, I will fail. I failed the combine immediately, and I'll let you guys know, I'll let myself know, whatever, etc. I can only lose $1,000 a day maximum. If I lose $1,000 in a trading session, I need to just stop trading for the day. Basically just simulate, my account basically getting locked or whatever, I need to reach profit target of 3,000 and maintain it. I can't make, again, it says right here, consistency target, spread profits out, avoid one monster day. That's half your target, 1,500. That's what I did today. So usually if you do consistency target, if you literally, break that rule or you break the daily loss limit rule, your account will basically lock out. Like it won't close, but it will lock out, and like you can't trade for that day or a certain amount of time. And today I would have got my account locked out and it wouldn't have count to P&L. I think. I mean, if it did, then it means my profit target would have went up. Actually, it would have went up to 6,000, I think, or like 4,500 or something like that. So yeah. Anyway, so I just need to be consistent like the way I've been consistent since August. And product hours, you know, which is simple. I already do this. Just trade during New York session and from 6:30 a.m. to all the way to 8 a.m. But yeah, so these are the rules for next week in terms of, you know, the account rules, execution rules and all that. But there's a lot more rules in terms of psychological warfare right now and strategy and setups, and I'll try to get that all done and figured out essentially this weekend. Man, this week is very busy for me, so I mean, look at me. It's 9 a.m. I'm supposed to wake up at 3 p.m. and go get all these things done while doing this and working at night shift, and it's a lot. But that's what it takes, you know. That's why I'm at where I'm at, because I'm not sitting here and complaining and begging somebody to come down here and save me and suck me off. I'm just hoping I can get through it. And it's the fact I know I will, you know. I know I will. It's just, it's going to be hard. And I'm going to crack at some point. I just don't want it to be now. So I can handle a lot of amount of stress like this. I can handle it. Promise you. I've been through so much in my life, but this ain't shit. If anything, this is, if we rank it from low, medium to high, this is at least a medium. This is just a lot of just a lot, man. Like from personal life issues to, you know, financial issues, and then like this type of issues, career issues, work issues, skill issues. But anyway, this video's basically almost an hour long. You know, makes sense because this is a very important video, one of the most important, if anything. But yeah, this is top 5 most important videos of our trading journal entries so far. I gotta go to sleep though. I'm gonna try to get something to eat real quick. But yeah, I'll see y'all tomorrow, man. Peace out.